They're just wrapping up Guy. I'm not sure what they're doing right now, actually, but they are just starting their show right at 2 o'clock. But we are going to spend a couple hours here talking about one of my favorite things in the world, and that's platinum jewelry. Oh my gosh, we have such a beautiful assortment of platinum. Now, and that, we have gold coming up. We have some items for the guys. If you were with me this morning, and if you weren't, where were you? Because we had a great show of all gifts for him. We have some things we didn't get to, and we're going to get to this afternoon. So we really do have a something for everyone show. So I hope that you can spend some time with us. I just spent the better part of probably the past half hour here just comparison shopping platinum, because I kind of have gotten out of touch with what's going on in the retail world with platinum jewelry over the past year and a half. And so I've just been going to various websites and places just to see what the pricing is like. And we're going to start with a ring at $667.99. If you want to order this, just in the little comment box there, sold 101. We'll start with 101 and work progressively through. And trying as best I could to apples, this platinum ring that I'm about to show you, it's very easy to find platinum bands. About the lowest I'm finding, $1,939. That again is an apples to apples comparison for what we're showing you here. So you can do your own research. Now, what is platinum? This is one of my all-time favorite things to present. Platinum is a white precious metal. What are the white precious metals that we think of in jewelry? Silver, white gold, platinum. We can get into stainless and all that, but let's stick with precious metals. You have silver, you have white gold, and you have platinum. Let's start with silver. Silver, 925, 92.5% pure silver. It's great. It's a wonderful white metal. I own a lot of it. You probably own some yourself. It tarnishes. It's a very common metal by comparison. There's a lot of silver in the world to be found. White gold. White gold is a mix of 10, 14, 18 parts, whatever it would be, with some other metals. Could be nickel in it, could be rhodium, could be a number of things that get it to the white color. Starts yellow, the recipe will get it to white. This is, oh man, the heft, I'm going to get to that. This is 95% pure platinum. This is 95% pure. In this country, the minimum it can be to be sold as platinum jewelry is 90%. This is 95. That's the standard. The ring I was looking at in that ad, 95% pure. You know the difference when you're wearing platinum. Let me tell you. The first thing, my reaction was very genuine when I picked this up, because even I forget how heavy these pieces get. Platinum is a denser precious metal. And so when you go to pick up a piece of platinum, your brain has this idea. If I go to pick up this leather bracelet, my brain has an idea how heavy that's going to be, and I put forth the energy necessary. Your brain looks at this ring and says, okay, I know how heavy that is, and then, whoa, brain did not know, because this is platinum. It's a denser metal, so it has more heft. That's one of the things I love about platinum. I only own a couple pieces of it, because platinum traditionally has been more money than gold. Why is it not now the case? Gold is more in demand. It's supply and demand. And it's counterintuitive when I run the numbers for you, because gold right now is a couple $1,000, $2,000 an ounce, let's call it. Platinum is about half that. However, and this is a big however, this metal, platinum, is 30 times more rare than gold. So why would gold be more expensive? Again, supply and demand. If you want rare, if you want valuable, and I mean long-term value, platinum is the way to go. Platinum pricing has not wavered as much. Gold has done this over the past few years. Platinum hasn't done that. All the platinum ever mined since the dawn of time, I want you to think about this for a second. All the platinum ever dawned, ever, would fit in your living room right now. All of it. All the gold ever mined would fit in 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, which are significantly large. If you've never actually seen an Olympic-sized swimming pool, they're enormous. So that's the rarity of this metal, which is what makes this price of $667 so amazing. When I think of what I've spent for the platinum jewelry I have at home, in just a couple pieces, none of them have ever touched a price like this. Now I'm going to continue with this explanation. This is one of the things I love about these shows is we can get into long-term explanation of things, because believe me, I'm just scratching the surface here, and you get to see beautiful jewelry. Obviously, I will tell you about it. We're going to get into our first earring here. That is this one right here. Oh man, these prices are killing me. $283 for a platinum earring. No one is selling platinum earrings for $283. Look at the design, the diamond cutting that is done on these is amazing. 2.7 grand for, we as a network sell 10 karat for this price. 10 karat is not even 50% pure gold. This is pure 95% pure platinum, and it's $283 or $297.99. I never can figure this out. We have one price here, one price here. If you go to the website, it's $283.09. Regular price is $297.99. So I'm looking at a clearance price on the website, and I'm looking at 5 budget payments. Hello. First payment, $56.62. Okay. Why then would you care about platinum in an earring? Let's continue this conversation, because first off, hypoallergenic. There are some people who can't wear, a lot of people actually, that can't wear silver. Many people who can't wear gold. They can wear platinum. The reason is the purity, because even in gold, you're going to have 18 karat. That is only 75% pure. There's that other mix of alloys. Sometimes there could be some nickel in that. There's different recipes, if you will. So there are people that are going to react, not to the gold, but to the other ingredients. This is 95% pure. You can give this as a gift. She's going to love it because she's wearing it. And she's wearing pure. And I'm saying pure, again, with a full caveat. It's 95% pure. It is almost pure. There actually is never anything 100% pure, even in gold. Never a 100%. It is 95% pure in this case. Most you can get is 99.9%. Anyway, size of the earring here. Let me get back to a discussion of the jewelry itself. The earring is going to be, I'm going to call that 5/8 of an inch in length. Boy, that is a pretty earring. Now, actually, just getting to the aesthetics of the earring here, all of these diamond cuts really are catching the light. When I was looking at some of the comparisons online, and I mean, there's some very high-end jewelers. The Red Box Company, the Blue Box Company, they sell platinum jewelry. And I was looking at some of the pieces from the Blue Box Company, and I wasn't sure if it was just diamond-cut platinum or if they had some pave diamonds in there. Now that I see this, looking at what I saw there, I think it's just diamond cut. And they're still getting $10,000 for their jewelry. So this has a scintillation and a glow to it that is akin to diamond jewelry. It's going to sparkle, it's going to glitter, it's going to glisten. And there's this really cool three-dimensional aspect, which it's hard on TV to duplicate, but I'm trying to think how I best explain this, because if you kind of follow this around, you can see what is on the inside of the earring. That's going up and under. This is the outside here, this is the inside. Now becomes the outside of the earring because it's twisting around. It's a really cool design. I've never seen this before. For $283.09, if you want to order, the number is 102, sold 102 in the comment box. And DJ just put in here that yes, indeed, the earrings are $283.09. Some of our prices have changed for the good since we planned this show. So this is now on clearance. I know there's not many of these though. So if you do want to order this, either put down your sold 102 in the comment box or go to shoplc.com. If you're watching this and you've never visited shoplc.com, let me invite you right now. Keep us on in the background. Get out your laptop or your tablet. Find a way. Go to shoplc.com because we have a platinum inventory that is amazing. This is just over the past couple of years. We've really started to get into platinum jewelry, and the assortment is incredible. When I worked for another network about 20 some years ago now, we got into platinum jewelry. We were in it for about 2 years and then got out of it. It was becoming too expensive to do because there's not many vendors that make platinum. And to this day, there's not many. Most of these pieces, we actually at our factory don't make. Most of these are provided to us as closeouts. So our inventory kind of comes and goes. It's been pretty good for a couple years though. Continuing now, I think this is it. Yes, you got to see this. Love this it's a 20-inch long necklace. They call this, I love the description, a fashion necklace. Bullseye. Perfect way to describe this. Watch as this shot comes around here, because you're going to see this beautiful, very sexy drop as this comes down like two little arrows suspended. Let me measure that drop, because remember, it's going to be 20 inches to that point right there. That's your 20 inch. That's going to be extension. And that's going to be about 1.5 inches. I was at a Christmas party last night for my Better Halves company. And one of the women that was sitting at our table with us had on a very similar necklace to this, so that's why this is so appropriate. And it just she just had a V neckline, nothing fancy. Nobody's really fancy dressed at this because much of it was outside, and just had a nice V neckline on. Had that black top. It was perfect. It was like she was perfectly suited for a Saturday night, I guess it was Saturday evening, company holiday party. And it worked great, but yet this is the kind of necklace that this morning she could have worn to church on Sunday. It would have been perfect in any situation. It all depends on how you accessorize it. With the open neckline, very sexy, a little bit more evening appropriate probably. But this is all platinum, and I want to get back to that fact for a second. 95% pure platinum. I mean, again, these prices are just, I'm not one of those, every host in this industry has their own little personality, and I'm not one that screams price, but I have to here. This has 5.7 grams of platinum, and we're selling it for $587.99. That is, go to our website. You can do this right now. Go to our website, look around at our 10 karat gold pricing, which again is under 50% pure. We sell 10 karat for this price and more. To buy platinum jewelry, what did I say this morning? 50 days. 50 days until Christmas. Less than that until Hanukkah. Hanukkah is the 6th of December, I think, a couple weeks earlier. Get this now. You have a gift for Christmas. You have a gift for Hanukkah. You give something for yourself, for your company holiday parties, that you are going to treasure wearing. The movement, the flexibility with it is fantastic. And those little arrows, they're actually almost more pendulum-like. On the screen, they look very much just like a triangle. When you see them in person, they're much more like pendulums. They're three-dimensional. They're rounded all the way around. And so you have a little added weight, actually, down here at the bottom, which is nice. It's going to keep it more in place, more in line. It's not going to be as inclined to move around as much. So you get very much a fashion necklace. If you search platinum jewelry, one of the things that I was looking at was celebrity pictures, because there are so many celebrities that have now made the move into platinum jewelry. And again, I'm not telling you buy this because celebrities wear it, but I'm just saying that's how hot this is. 20 years ago, you did not see it as much. The late 90s, when platinum really started to take off, and just the past 5-10 years, that's when many designers have started working in it, which has caused the celebrities and the influencers now, which is even a bigger thing than just because someone wears it on the red carpet. A lot of people ask, so what? Get an influencer into this, you have a whole new generation now that's saying, wait a minute, what's this thing called platinum? Many people never knew about it, never bought it. Silver, gold, absolutely, we love that. And speaking of, because I was talking about the white metals, as many people will say, well, platinum's a white metal, why would I buy that when I can buy silver? There's a huge difference in the color. The moment you get any of these platinum pieces, what I want you to do, find a favorite silver piece, hold them together. You'll see the difference. There's a visible difference between the color of platinum and the color of silver, and it just gets better and more pronounced over time. So just do me that one favor when that arrives. Okay, again, really now bringing out the big guns. This next chain, and I'm just going to swap these out because I want this, 15 grams in weight. Very, very unusual to find a 15 gram, 18-inch long platinum chain. Wow, this is so nicely made. This is made, they're calling this an electroform. I'm not sure this is made through an electroform process, because electroforming would give this a very different look and feel. This is solid. Electroform jewelry is hollow. And this, yeah, this is not, what these are, let me explain this. Because all of these links, there, perfect shot. You can see those are solid links of platinum. They're interlocked together. There's nothing electroform about this. Solid, 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 solid. I can also tell, look at the flat surfaces. Here's a great shot of it. You can see the light is just hitting that flat surface. It's like a facet, and it just, boom, is sparkling right back at you. Here, very pronounced. In fact, let me just get out of the way here because I want to be able to show you. All of these big surfaces are solid all the way through. That is solid platinum. There's nothing hollow electroform about it. Electroform is great, don't get me wrong, for a pendant or for some rings. This chain is solid. So all of those links are solid, solid, solid. That's what gave it that heft. And when I went to pick this up, I had that same reaction I had on the initial piece. You will too. You're going to feel, oh my goodness. I know it's 15.3 grams. This feels like 30. You will swear that you have an ounce in this one chain. Oh, I want this in the worst way. And again, about $100 a gram. This is a 10 karat gold price. Now, it's an 18-inch length. Not every guy can wear an 18-inch long chain. So you ladies, this is really designed with you in mind. And there's got to be 1, 2, 3. There are 5 or 6 distinct rows that are going to have those facets on them. You can see how it rounds. And so as it, oh man, what a shot. That just see that glow, that sparkle coming off of this. That's what this is going to do to you. You don't need to be decked out in a carat of diamonds. You know this is more rare than diamonds? Platinum is more rare than diamonds. Just let that fact sink into your brain for a second. You have bragging rights. If you have a 1 karat diamond bracelet, many people never will. You now own 15 grams of 95% pure platinum. This is more rare than the diamond bracelet is. That's what, for me anyways, gets me even more excited when I see something like this and I see that sparkle and that glow. Oh my word. That is an attention getter. Again, it's like you can see through these little openings because it's built like a cage. Yeah, that's got to be 6-sided because there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and we're only seeing half of it, so that would reverse in the other 4, 5, 6. So 6 individual rows as all of these links get locked together. That is, man, again, the polish on it, the shine, the reflection that you get off of that. This will become your signature piece. I have no doubt in my mind. This will become your go-to signature. How many of these, DJ, do we have? We can't have many of these.
We have 7.
There are 7 of these. If there's 7 of these left by the time, because I know some of you are watching us on delay, we save the archive of these. It's 2:18 on a Sunday afternoon right now, Central Time as we do this. If there's 7 of these, 48 hours from now, I will be shocked. When this arrives, just don't even put it on for a few minutes. Just do this. Just hold it. Go grab a piece of silver or gold or something. Put it in the other hand so you can feel the difference between these two. It's significant. Not just because of the gram weight. The other piece might not be as heavy, but because of the density, the heft that you get with a platinum chain. And that's the value of the precious metal you're buying. Because now you own something 30 times more rare than gold, something that is far more rare to find than gold. When they're digging through the ore, is it 30 million tons? I can't remember the number, but it's millions of tons to wind up with an ounce of platinum. And you now have a 13, this is just based on the estimated retail value for this, which I believe, $13,000 chain for $1547.99. Do me a favor, and I don't say this lightly, when it arrives, after you've had it a while, when you have some time, have it appraised. It's always worth having your platinum jewelry appraised. I don't tell people to do that with silver ever, and even with gold, it's on a case-by-case basis. This needs to be appraised. This you need to have appraised and get it on your homeowner's policy. Make sure you do a separate rider for that, because most different states have different limits as to what the homeowner's policy will pay out for jewelry. So make sure you have a separate rider on your homeowner's policy for pieces like that, because it's probably going to go above what the policy would pay out. Anyway, continuing now with, this is one of my favorite. I've presented this before, did this once before, and it is a platinum, we're calling it a man's link, and I'm going to qualify that to a point, because I don't want you to be dissatisfied with your purchase. The length on this is about 8 1/4. Like I said, I've shown this, I think this is my third time now. Every time I've measured this, it's been slightly different. Some were 8, some were 8 1/4. And that's going to be the nature of pieces of jewelry that wind up being handcrafted. And what they do with these links after they're stamped out and diamond cut is they build them out. And the clasp is a handcrafted S-style clasp. So that, depending on how they make that, can give you those slight variations. Obviously, 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you get it home and it doesn't fit, no problem, you can send it back. Only time we don't do that is when we're doing our on-TV clearance shows. I want this, I want this, I want this. This is a brain, I have a curb link. Oh, I must have 3 curb, I know I have 2 in silver, there's 1 in gold, so I have 3 curb links at home. Why do I need a 4th? This is platinum. That's why I need a 4th. The fact is, there's, going back to that sparkle, there's a scintillation because of the diamond cutting on this, that when I look down at my wrist, I would swear there's a diamond in it. There are no diamonds here at all. It's the diamond cutting of the platinum. I should have brought in my silver curb just to show you by comparison, because, you know, I don't want to say it's dull, but by comparison it is. It doesn't have the flash and the sparkle that this does, even when it was brand new, because it's tarnished and I've cleaned it a gazillion times. It never had the sparkle and the personality that this platinum bracelet is going to have. This is always, 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 always going to have more sparkle, more scintillation. I mentioned tarnishing a second ago. Remember, that's something else about platinum. It's never, ever, ever going to do. Man, in fact, I'm just thinking to myself, when's the last time I cleaned my platinum jewelry? I couldn't tell you. Gets worn all the time. Looks as good as it ever did. So when you buy platinum, you're buying into something where you're not giving a gift of, okay, now you're going to be cleaning this every 6 months. This is something they're going to be wearing all the time, and 6 months from now it's going to look just as good as it ever did. 9.55 grams in one bracelet. Anytime, there's been a general rule that I've always followed. Anytime on a bracelet you have more than a gram per inch, that's what I call bold jewelry. This is over a gram per inch. 9.55 grams. In an 8-inch long bracelet, that's big. That's bold. Now, why then is it not a 1/2 inch wide? Because there are some silver bracelets that are at that gram width that are a 1/2 inch wide. Denser metal. Denser metal has more heft to it. So a bracelet, in fact, what is the 3/16 of an inch wide? I'm going to call that. So at 3/16 of an inch wide, it's still bold jewelry. It is still a bold bracelet because of the density and the heft that this has. I really am, I don't think jealousy is a trait we should have, or certainly not envy, but I got to admit of just a little bit of envy to anyone who owns this, because I really wish I had one of these. The platinum in this is shined to perfection. The diamond cutting, which is just done in the center part of the bracelet. The edges are left polished. It's just the center part that is diamond cut. It's the perfect amount. You don't want it to be too much, yet you don't want it done just such a little bit that nothing happens when you're wearing it. This is the perfect amount. And strong, yes. Platinum is a very, very strong precious metal. Obviously, when we're dealing with something with such a heft to it. Boy, that is such a... Again, these pieces of platinum here, they rival anything I've ever seen. And platinum is not something you see most places. As far as jewelry stores go, I mentioned blue box, red box, they'll sell platinum. Man, outside of that, you're hard pressed in most areas to see a lot of platinum jewelry. Your standard jewelry stores aren't going to stock it. We have it, and we have it available at amazing prices. There's some more. We're going to kind of mix into this show here some things that we were supposed to get to this morning, didn't in our For Him time, and one of those is this really, really cool faux leather cord bracelet. This is priced on clearance. Again, $7.19 on clearance. Just jump in on this. There's no reason why, if you want to get something for him, that you wouldn't be taking advantage of a price point like this. Let me show you before I put this on, this clasp. Because what I mentioned this morning, I was given a bracelet similar to this as a birthday present for my mother-in-law last month, actually over a month ago now. And she said, have fun working that clasp. Well, she had assumed I had never seen one of these, and I have, because usually when you see a clasp, or looking how we flip things up, this slides. So from the side, it slides and inserts in. So that's how this comes together. This is all done out of a faux leather, and then right on the top, the creature, that is a Pixiu, or however you pronounce it. Pishu, thank you. Pishu. It is a Chinese good luck character. Outside a lot of Chinese restaurants, you'll see things like this, the Pishu. Sometimes they're foo dogs. They're signs of good luck and good fortune. And just as I had worked this clasp a moment ago, a million times now, of course, I fumble with the clasp. So, hang on. Line that up, and there we go. Okay. Sometimes it helps if you put it down on a surface, and that gives you more ability to put that on. So the Pishu, in fact, Cheryl's the one who talks about these all the time. She has sold a million Pishu bracelets and pendants over the years here at Shop LC. So if you really want to learn about this, it's not, I'm the first to admit, not my area of expertise. But Cheryl gets so wrapped up and involved in all of these. I look at this and say, is it good looking? The answer is yes. Does it have a cool design? The answer is yes. And so for all the men or ladies, if you like this, I don't want to just make this only for the guys, this is something else that would be fantastic for you. On the Pishu itself, you have near the back, I don't know if you see it, yes, you see it here. Again, classic sort of Chinese character on the hind leg on each side of the Pishu. That design we have seen on a million pieces of Asian-inspired and Chinese jewelry. And I don't know, just add to the authenticity of the piece. The way they engineer this is with two little rubber blockades, which you can actually slide along the bracelet. So if you want the Pishu to move around a little bit more, if I move those out, he has more freedom to move about the bracelet. Some people like that. Some people don't. They want to keep him more in place. So move those right as close to the Pishu as you can, and then it's not going to slide around. It will not come off, by the way. This is designed and built so that that is permanently attached to the bracelet. This is done in a color that is more akin to 24 karat gold, honestly. The tone and the color you get here, which in the Chinese culture and in Asia is far more prevalent than it is here. So if you're looking for something that has all of the Asian characteristics in the design, the look and the color of Asian, even more Asian style jewelry, then that is exactly what you have here with this really cool bracelet. Now the leather, it's faux leather. The cord itself is a very standard kind of a braided looking cord. Seen these a million times before. You know, nothing, we're not reinventing the wheel with that. But what's kind of cool about it is it's done in brown. And the brown color, I think, works better with that 24 karat yellow gold like color on Pishu. So you have all the earth tones just blended together beautifully on this bracelet. With 50 days until Christmas, less than that until Hanukkah, so it'd be roughly 36 probably, no actually less than that, probably closer to 30 days until Hanukkah starts. It's time to start thinking about getting something taken care of for the holiday season. So if you want to get a bracelet for him or for her, that has the characteristics of Asian culture, that has that good luck, good fortune, charm, and element to it, and it's just fun jewelry to wear. I'm not saying you're dressing this up with your tuxedo on New Year's Eve. This is fun jewelry to wear. It's the kind of jewelry that you buy, and on a weekend, when you're casually dressed, we had that polo shirt this morning. You have that new Izod polo shirt that we had this morning for $9.99. You have that, favorite pair of shorts on. It's a relaxing weekend. This is the bracelet that you're wearing. Now, maybe you are wearing your platinum jewelry the whole time, but this is more than likely, and especially for the younger set, we always have to look back to things like Instagram and TikTok and the influencers and what they're wearing. Because for that generation, your kids and your grandkids, they're more inclined to get their styles and their ideas from that than they are from watching what Regis and Kellyanne or whoever's doing that show anymore are talking about in the morning. So that's kind of where we used to look at what the celebrities are doing and all of that. Then today is what you see on Instagram. And this is the type of jewelry you are far more likely to see some of the younger influencers wearing than anyone else. When I was back about a year ago working for another company here, and we were doing some training with some people. We had contact with, and I can't use his name, I guess, but he's to the rest of the world, a well-known influencer, and I had someone so very excited saying, that's whatever his name was. To this day, I can't remember his name. It's like, okay, why am I excited about this? And they're like, well, he's got like 10 million followers or whatever it is on TikTok. And it's like, oh, okay. I've never heard of him. Looked, well, indeed, this guy does have 10 million followers on TikTok. So it's what he wears, that's what that generation is going to want to wear, and this is exactly the kind of jewelry that you're going to see. And it's on clearance. So if you want to get one of those, continue to dial in. Or go to the website, I guess I should say, shoplc.com. I'm a creature of habit. Go to shoplc.com and check that out. Okay. I love things like this. Love, love, love. I walked in today, saw this, and I'm going to wait till the picture comes up behind me here. Saw that, had no idea. What does this look like to you? It looks like some 7-Up in a glass bottle or something, doesn't it? Had no idea at all what that was. This is so cool. I love things like this. Let me grab my sample here. Now that you look at it, you still don't know just what the this is. This is a 2-in-1 wireless, creative, colorful crystal light. Not the drink, but a crystal-looking light that is also a Bluetooth speaker. Recognize that? You pair that with a device. Okay, now, oh man, I wish you could. You're never going to see this at home. There, okay, yeah, watch back here. I'll just leave it to the illustration here. You can see how that's changing colors. And so in obviously a darker light situation, you're going to have the color changing inside of this. And then there's a speaker on the very top. And so you pair that with your device, and then, let me just see if I can do this quickly here. Samsung, must be this. Bluetooth. There we go. So I am all paired up now with this device, and hopefully, there you go. I was listening to some REM on the way in today. Is that the coolest? So now you can hear your music through this. That, by the way, now you're just hearing that through my microphone. That is really good sound for a little speaker, because I've seen some of these little speakers where the sound is, I say that because I'm an audio snob. I just, having worked in radio back in the days, I'm used to having really good headphones and hearing things the way it's supposed to be heard. That is a really good speaker. So whether it's some retro 80s music, or it's classical music, or it's country, it's whatever you want to listen to, just some relaxed. Actually, you know what? This would be great with. I also on my Apple Music have a spa station that I will listen to, and so when I want to unwind and relax, what I'll do is just put on that. There's something about the tranquility of just looking at this. I can just imagine now getting into that tranquil mindset because you have this look of bubbles inside of this. And then as the lights start changing colors and you put on some relaxing music, maybe you have a shower, have a bath, and just put this over on the vanity and just let the soft music play, watch those lights change colors, and just, man, all your cares just kind of vanish. And that's the gift you give when you, and by the way, that little hook, if you have a little carabiner, maybe on a backpack or something, no reason why you couldn't just carry that with you. Walking around college campus, got your music playing right there. So this just USB charges incidentally. So you just plug that in to a USB outlet and that charges up. And it easily, you saw me connect that in a matter of seconds to my device here. And so you can very easily hook this up to your device. I didn't mention $17.99. We have 3 payments on this of $6. So if you just want the lights, you can just have the lights. But it's almost a shame not to have the music going with it at the same time, so you can relax to your favorite music, relax to your favorite song, and just kind of kick back, take it easy. I love things like this because it's always a good gift. Anyone can use it. Everyone loves good music. Everyone loves relaxation, so maybe it's relaxing music, and just the novelty factor of everything that goes on there. So continue to dial in behind, I keep saying dial in. Again, I'm a creature of habit. Grabbing those behind the scenes, go to the website, shoplc.com, or that was 107 in the comment box, sold 107 if you just want to order one of those that way. Now, continuing, here it is, staying in the same area, because if you're using your speaker, I mentioned in the bathroom, in a place where there might be moisture in the air, always smart. Yeah, I still can't believe we live in a time where people are out spending $1,000 on a new one of these. I will put my foot down at that. That's my limit. But a lot of people are doing it right now. Water is the enemy of these things. A lot of things are the enemy, but water in particular is the enemy of these. This case is the solution to that. So if you are in the bathroom, whether it's just showering or that bath I was talking about with that other device, put your phone in here, seal it up. I don't know if you heard that, but that's sealed up. This is a waterproof, and if you wanted to, wall-mountable phone case that actually has, see, this is the brilliant part of this, a flexible touchscreen. Now, here is my phone in here, and you just see, by touching this screen, there's my music playing again. So what I'm doing is controlling my phone and all of its features through the screen. So if I wanted to change the music I was listening to, if I wanted to, if we got some emails, let's see what my emails are. And of course, as I mentioned before, Black Friday deals. All the retailers, they're already getting their Black Friday deals out there. So I can check my email. I can, if I want to get on Instagram, I can get on Instagram and see what everybody's up to. And then I'm doing it through the touch screen, and the phone is waterproof. So I'm in a waterproof case. There's Shop LC Live. So there I am. I just went to, yes, Wilsie joined. Yes, I did. So there is the Instagram live feed that we have going on. I'm in a waterproof case, but I still have access to all the features. So if you are one who is, and I think of so many people who are just busy most of us, when we're getting ready for work in the morning, we have a certain amount of time, and we've got to get in the shower, out of the shower, hair, makeup done, whatever it could be, and be out the door. That is when you're still going to be on these, and you're in a moisture-filled environment, which is the enemy of these. And you're afraid that, okay, as you're getting yourself ready in the sink, you're going to splash onto yourself. And so all of a sudden, as you splashed onto yourself, it's going to get onto this phone. This is my biggest fear about having these in the bathroom is that they're going to get wet. It's just spray from the sink, from the shower, whatever it might be. This is the best way. This simple little case for $7.90. They're on clearance, incidentally, $7.99. And I mentioned that they're possibly wall mountable. Why would you want to do that? Well, for the reasons I just said, because that's going to keep this dry. A friend of mine has thousands of followers on his TikTok. Now this is going to sound ridiculous, but I swear to you, thousands of people follow him. What he does is he rates and grades beers, I swear to you this is true, as he's standing in the shower. Now it's clear, it's from here up, so he's not showing anything, but he has thousands of people that watch him rate beers, and people will recommend beers for him to rate. Apparently the shower beer is a thing. Guys that take beers into the shower, and so he found his theme, he found his niche, and he has thousands of people that follow him. And my first thought was, that's pretty risky putting this with you into the shower. But with waterproof cases like this, it's not an issue. And it's wall mountable. I know he spent, well, our retail on this is $40. He spent a lot more than that for his. 4.9 star rated item, by the way. 4.9 stars is the rating on this. And incidentally, just so he can ask, did I give him a plug? King of Shower Beers is his TikTok. So if you want to find him, King of Shower Beers, find him on TikTok. He would love it if you did, and you can watch him rate beers from, I promise you, from here up. Don't worry. That's his niche. Thousands of people watch him rate beers. So need something like this to protect that phone, though. I just get nervous just the second I cross the line into the bathroom. I get nervous about taking these things in there, so I don't very often, but sometimes you have to. Good protection, and you can still use it. So anyway, getting back into, let me set this aside here. I have a lot of stuff out here. Get back into our platinum. Another one of the amazing, amazing chains that we have to show you. This is the Spiga necklace. This is also an 18-inch long chain. It is priced at $499.99. Do I have the right one? It's the one with the pendant on it,
yes.
Right? Yeah. Let me put this one front and center now. The pendant is not included. We'll be getting to that in a little bit, but it is the perfect pendant chain. So if you have at home any sort of pendants that are in platinum, gemstone and platinum pendants, remember all of our high-end, and I mean, the best, like our quad A tanzanites and our best morganites and all the best in gems will always be in a platinum setting. So you might have one of our quad A Ileana or Rhapsody collection pendants that needs a platinum chain. This would be perfect for all of those pendants that you've accumulated in platinum, and there are many people that have a collection of them now. It is $499, a platinum 18-inch long, 4.7 gram necklace for $499.99. Now, what is the Spiga? The Spiga is a very, again, intricately linked chain. None of these chains here are basic. They might, you think of a pendant chain. Well, it's a chain that's great for a pendant. That means it's small. No, it means it's smaller. But 4.7 grams in a necklace, that's a lot. If it was 1 gram, 2 gram, and we have those, that's a smaller chain. This is a great, well, in fact, you can see the thickness on this. As it turns around, you can see how thick this actually is. This is not flat. This is not that dental floss. There again, thick, very thick piece of platinum jewelry. If I were to call this a small chain, like fishing wire, dental floss, you would not have that degree of thickness. It is as thick as it is wide, so it's got almost a rolling-like presentation as you're wearing it. So it doesn't need a pendant, but it's great with a pendant. Another 5-star rated item. I can't tell you the number of almost everything in the show. 4.8, 4.9, 5 stars. As people leave reviews for these pieces because they're pleased, and nobody gains anything by leaving a review. They're just helping out other customers by leaving their thoughts on these items. The fact is, you wind up with a very highly rated item. So I think you shop with a little bit more confidence. Lobster claw clasp locks this all in place, and this is one of our. I'm just checking. Yes, this is one of our Rhapsody pieces. So this is one of the pieces that we did make. Again, some of the pieces we get as closeouts, some we make ourselves. There's a Rhapsody marking on this. That tells me that we did manufacture this piece. Rhapsody is our line of platinum jewelry. When we have quad A tanzanites, when we have our better morganites, any better gemstone, it's going to be put in a platinum setting. That's usually your first indication that this is the best of the best of whatever gemstone it is. So when you go to shoplc.com and you look around at gemstones and you're searching for tanzanite or you're searching for rubies, if you see something in a platinum setting, it's going to be part of our Rhapsody line. That's your indication that that is the best of that gemstone and the best example of that stone that we currently have, because we only put those in platinum. Now, we rarely, like once out of every 100 times, will include a platinum chain with a platinum pendant. So you need to have a nice platinum chain to put that pendant on. That is where the Spiga necklace is so grand, because now you have the platinum chain that you can put your platinum pendant on. So whether it is the pendant we're going to get to in a moment or your existing gemstone pendants, it's absolutely perfect on the Spiga. Some pendants might not fit. The one we had earlier, probably going to be too thick to accommodate a pendant. Not always, but that's usually the case. Not with a Spiga. And it still has a design element to it. When I was looking at comparisons for platinum, and I think I closed this one out so I don't have it. Let me look. Yeah, I did. I closed it out. I have to go through my history, but I came upon a website that was selling a lot of engravable pieces of platinum. They had an engravable ring, and again, you pay extra for the engraving, obviously, and they had a pendant very similar to what you're seeing here, and it was $1,200. Your pendant is $399. Now, this pendant is actually larger than the one that they were selling for $1,200. Let me just get you a quick measurement. This is 1 inch. So 1 inch long, and obviously a good hometown jeweler can engrave this. So if you wanted to take this and have it engraved, there is plenty of room here. Some initials, a design, something in a fancy script, maybe surname, first letter in a fancy script that is done there. Like calligraphy, many different things that you could do. A design that whatever it is, a good jeweler can do that for you, because you have this huge ingot, about 1 inch surface area, onto which anything that you want can be engraved. You may never ever engrave it. You may just leave it as is, because this looks like an investment platinum ingot. And remember too, there are many, many people that don't buy their platinum as wearable. They buy it as investments. In fact, if you go to Google or any search engine and you just put in platinum, what was the term I used? It wasn't even an investment. It was platinum. Was it jewelry? I can't remember. Platinum information is what it was. What comes up are a bunch of investment websites, because that's what people are searching for. So people that want information on platinum are looking for it for investment purposes. Now, I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm just saying this looks like an ingot that you would have bought as an investment. I have a number of platinum coins at home that I did buy as an investment back 20 years ago, and it's paid off nicely, which is why I haven't sold them yet. But the fact is, they're 90% pure, because most platinum coins you ever buy are going to be 90% pure. This is 95% pure. And in fact, along the lines of the website results that you're going to get, you will see some that do talk about platinum jewelry and buying it as an investment. That's never been my interest. That's why if I want to invest, I'm buying the coins. This I'm buying because I like to wear platinum, because it's exclusive, because you don't see it coming and going, and because there's a color and a tone here that you don't see in silver, that you don't see in white gold. This ingot here in fact, this is a really good shot because you can kind of see how it's a lot more reflective. It is more of a mirror-like surface. This has more of a pure white color to it, whereas silver is always going to be a little bit more darkish. White gold is never going to have this sheen and this glow. So when you get your first piece of platinum, the ingot's a great way to start. It's $399 to begin with. It's only $399. We have 5 payments, so $80 gets us home, and free shipping. That's a nice bonus on this, free shipping. So when this arrives, what you're going to do is you're going to take it and just find any piece of silver, any piece of white gold you have. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Now do the same thing 6 months later. Give that silver a chance to age, tarnish. Give the white gold a chance, maybe a couple years later, to revisit that one, and you will see the noticeable difference again. Now, does platinum age? Yes. It gets a patina over time that actually makes it even nicer. If you've ever, in fact, here's another example. Take this ingot. If you have an antique mall or an antique store somewhere that you can go to, if they sell, and it's not easy to find, but on the times you can find an actual antique piece of platinum jewelry that's being sold, I'm talking 50, 100 years old, you'll see what I'm talking about. It ages. It becomes even more beautiful over time. Silver just tarnishes, and you've got to constantly keep getting that tarnish off. Even white gold doesn't stay the same over time. Another 5-star rated item. Another item with a perfect, and there's 3 reviews already on it, 5-star rated item. So if you love that ingot, grab that now, because at that price point, again, you are stealing that from us. Do spread the word. If you're watching our live stream now, let someone else know. Share us with your friends and say, hey, you got to check out what's going on. Remember, if you are checking out what's going on, we are not just Shop LC 2 live streams a day. We are a 24/7 shopping network. There is always someone live. Other networks are recorded overnight. I don't know if you know that or not. All the other networks go to videotape overnight. So what you're seeing is a rerun. We are live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In fact, Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, I'm going to be with you 3 to 7 Eastern time in the overnights. I'm with Hannah one night and I think Becky the next night. So I hope that you'll keep us company there in the overnights. And then Friday, of course, with Dan Dennis in the afternoons and evenings. We are ready for hoops. Now, this is an important one. When I was talking about comparison shopping earlier and looking online at platinum jewelry on websites, this was the first item I was comparison shopping during the little lunch break there. I saw our price on this earring. Your price, and again, I know it says $5.99 in the little box, the little bubble on the feed there. I'm telling you right now on our website, this pair of earrings, item number 751227, go to the website, $479.99. DJ, how many pair of these do we have?
We have 7.
Never going to be enough. Only 7 pair to go around. $479, and it might be 6 because I'm just thinking now my mother-in-law would love these. $479.99 for a $2,600 pair of earrings. I actually made it my mission before the show to see if I could find, because when I saw this price, I thought, what is the lowest comparison price I can find? The lowest I was able to get was $1,299. We have an estimated retail of $2,649. So if there's one item in particular that you are really stealing from us, it's these earrings. Platinum 5.2 grams. I'm not going to harp on it. That's under $100 per gram. Go to our website, shoplc.com. We are selling so much 10 karat gold right now for less or for more than $479.99. You can buy 10 karat for more money than this. The diameter of the earring is almost an inch and a quarter. I love this. Almost an inch and a quarter in diameter, so it's not that little teeny tiny hug earring. An inch and a quarter in diameter is a great size earring. This is finished so well. When I saw this price, again, I'm the biggest skeptic in the world. I wish I wasn't as skeptical as I was. I thought, what am I going to find about this that is somehow going to justify this price? Is it one flat piece of platinum? No. You can see right here, there's a distinct inside, there's a distinct outside, there's the wall between it. It is a tube of platinum jewelry. This is electroform. How they make this is it's hollow inside of that tube. And so they start with a wax mold and basically create the hoop earring. That wax has a substance that's applied over it that is conductive. And the gold, the platinum gets drawn to that substance. Once the gold is in place and is hardened, because again, gold has a much higher melting point than wax, it gets heated up just enough so that the wax melts away from the inside. And you're left with this tube of platinum. It would have been much easier to stamp out one piece of platinum, bend that into a hoop. Done. Save a lot of money doing it. This is a very expensive way of making a platinum earring. So you have that cost, you have the 5.2 grams of cost, because that's the gram weight of the platinum. Then you have the diamond cutting on the outside of this. The more you add this all up, even our regular price of $5.99 doesn't make any sense. Why these are on clearance at $479.97. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to say jump in on this, because I'm not kidding. We'll give you time to get your orders in first, but I really need to get for my mother-in-law a pair of these because she would absolutely love them. That's platinum jewelry, which in Puerto Rico, where she lives, is very difficult to find. Platinum is not found. In fact, I don't think next time I'm gonna have to check, because I don't recall ever seeing platinum in any of the jewelry stores. All right. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to begin. What does one say first about this ring? Other than, listen, if you're watching this on a device where you can record, I would record this, because you're in for, I will say, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own a platinum ring for him or for her that weighs nearly an ounce. This ring right here on my hand is nearly an ounce of almost pure platinum. 1 ounce is 31.1 grams. This is 28.15. We're splitting hairs. You are at almost 1 ounce of pure platinum. This is a $15,000 ring. I will buy this at $15,000. There's no way this is a $15,000 ring. That's a $25,000 ring if it's a dime. And your price today is $2867.99. $2867.99, 5 payments of $573.60. Same story. The moment this arrives, don't even think about putting it on. You can probably, I keep thinking I have a microphone on. I don't, it's down there. But I mean, this is heavy. By the way, this brings up a point I was going to mention earlier, and I didn't. Why am I doing this? I'm going to scratch it. In fact, I could take my pocket knife out of my backpack, and if I did scratch it, I don't lose any of that platinum. Have you ever gone to have a piece of gold appraised, or you've gone to like a pawn shop or a jeweler, you want to sell a piece of gold? One of the things they do is they run a little test on it just to make sure that it's real gold. And they'll warn you ahead of time, do you mind if I do this? Because I'm going to have to scratch the gold. And they warn you that because as they scratch the gold, you're going to lose some gold. Say, anytime you scratch gold, gold flakes fall to the ground. I could sit here and do this all day. If I scratch it, because you can, it's possible, but if I scratch it, all the platinum stays there. It just gets moved over. It's kind of like if you've ever had a soft stick of butter and you put your finger into it. Butter doesn't go falling to the ground, it just moves over. You put a little dent in it with your finger, the butter stays there. Same thing with platinum. So when you buy this 28.15 gram platinum ring, you will always have 28.15 grams of platinum. Gold, you'll lose. Silver, you'll lose if you scratch it. It is a dragon motif that speaks for itself. Words aren't necessary. This is so three-dimensional. You can see how that dragon stands up off of the foundation of the ring. That design, head, tail of the dragon, is exquisitely and masterfully crafted out of 95% pure platinum. It is then attached to this perfectly designed band of 95% pure platinum. In my entire career, and I've been doing this a long time, I have never, ever presented a more dramatic ring for him in platinum. The diamond cutting that is done on the frame, there's 2 rows of diamond cut areas, is the perfect frame for this dragon. It's not too much, not too little. Going down the shank, it's a variation on a Greek key pattern. It's just kind of like a little, not even an S, that's not giving it enough just a description, swirl pattern that goes down, and it's at an angle. It's not rounded. Angles are traditionally more masculine. Rounded edges are more feminine. So you have a more masculine appeal with this. One of the pictures on the website is of a gentleman modeling this in a suit. I could see that. I'm not going to pigeonhole this. This is only casual jewelry. I could definitely see wearing this with a suit. This is a powerful ring. This is a professional ring. This is the kind of ring that is going to turn heads and is going to get a reaction and is going to get comments and compliments. I mentioned being at a Christmas party last night for my Better Halves company. He works for a clinic. And so obviously there were a lot of doctors in attendance, and the man who owns the whole thing, very successful physician. And let's face it, at that level of life, he's made some very good money. And he had on a Rolex. It's like, okay, good for you. You have a Rolex. It didn't necessarily impress me. I've seen a lot of people with Rolexes in my time. Now, this, and he was in a black suit, white shirt, no tie. This on his hand, that would have impressed me. This would have said, you know what, yeah, you've earned that level in life. That is a beautiful. We had a question come in, would I be able to apply the 25% off from the main Shop LC website on this purchase? I would give that a try. This is not technically a TV deal, so I would definitely give that a try. What he's talking about, we have a code on the website, and this is Jim who's asking this question, that you can use to get 25% off of an item. So I would, extra 25 is the code that we have on the website right now. So go there, give it, you got nothing to lose by trying. I can't promise it's gonna work, but I would definitely give it a try and see if that does apply. Because again, it's $2867.99. This is not a clearance item. I think clearance is one of the exceptions on that, but absolutely give that a try. Man, that doesn't work, then you're really stealing it from us. But we'll just leave that between us. So anyway, we are going to continue. That blows my mind. That ring, it's people always ask me, sometimes what's the craziest item you've ever sold? What's the nicest item you've ever sold? That goes on the top 5 list of impressive items that I've ever sold. Okay. Oh, I'm actually now we're moving the other direction, and I'm happy actually to be able to get to this because the knives that we have in the inventory right now are so nice. I'm not a big knife collector. I have a small knife collection at home, and it started many years ago, completely on accident, when a viewer back when I was at Shop NBC sent me one, and I was using it on air for some demonstrations on watches. And then I got sent another, and then I realized, you know what, these are all kind of unique and kind of special in their own way, and I started a little collection of them. These knives, and what's the price? $17.99. $17.99. These are all fairly new to the inventory, and there's a choice of 4 different styles. If you go to the website, you'll be able to see the 4 different styles that we have. I have the skull design. There's also a dragon design, and there's a couple others that you can check out on the website, and they all come with the sheath here. I think this is 440. Yes, it is. It's 440 stainless steel. There's different grades of stainless steel, and knives more often than not are going to be 440. There's 316L that we talk about with our watches and the different level of stainless steel for flatware. This is 440 stainless steel that you're getting with these knives. These are very sharp. These are by no means toys. These are very sharp, very serious knives. Hence, the sheath that this come with, it does have the belt loop, so this can be attached to your belt, so this can always be with you. If you're an outdoorsman, if you are a hunter, if you just, for whatever reason, protection or otherwise, want a really good knife, this is it. Before I even take the tip off, and it does have a little cap on the end there to protect the tip of this. Just want to show you the grip, because this has a really good grip. They've designed this with, first off, full tang construction. If you know knives, you know what I mean when I say full tang construction. And the blade is screwed through the handle on each side. So when you go to grab this, you can get a really good, really secure grip, even if, because my hands are just a little bit clammy, for lack of a better term, I'm not slipping on this knife. I like the black IP plating that they've done to the stainless steel on this too. It's a really, really nice IP plating. DJ, can you scroll for me on this? I want to see if they mention the degree of angle on the blade. They do not. It does not mention the degree of angle anywhere here. It's 11 inches, 1 inch wide. Yeah, it does not say. So I'm not going to speculate on this. But I maybe 12. I'm not sure. I don't want to guess. But then it also, I don't know if you can see it, it has the teeth on the end. This is a nice little feature to have the teeth on the one end. So if you need more of a saw-like action, if you're trying to get some kindling and so you're trying to cut through some wood, having that saw-like edge really helps. I like having a knife with me just because it's convenient. So when, and I have this reputation, most of the employees here know that I carry a little pocket knife with me all the time. And so anytime someone needs a box opened or a package opened or anything at all, they come to me because I always have one on me. Just yesterday, I was in the garage trying to do some cleaning up and get some boxes accumulate, broken down. Always nice to be able to have one with you. But this is much more of a serious knife because it does, again, come to a very sharp point on the end. So if you are a hunter and if you are filleting, this is fantastic for that. So you can use this for the practical purposes. But for a lot of collectors like myself who have a tendency to have more knives than we're ever going to actually use, it's just really good looking with the skull design. There's a skull, there's a dragon. What are the other two choices that we have on the website? There's 4 in total. DJ, can you just pull up the other? Yeah. Just so I can tell everyone what the other designs are. There's the dragon, beautiful face, which I think, yeah, we're calling this one beautiful. Okay, I don't name them. We're calling it beautiful face. Then there's one that is just called face, and then star. That's a flag. That is a U.S. flag. The one we're calling. I don't name these things. Listen, I hear you at home. Who describes some of these things sometimes? I don't know. The one that would obviously to you and I be called U.S. flag, we're calling star. This is a skull. They've called it beautiful face. I don't name these things. I don't know who does. Somewhere something's lost in translation. But this is why the website, let me sell our website for a minute here. This is why the website can be so great. Because many times, whether you're watching a live show or one of our streams, we will mention descriptions for products that just don't make any sense. Some people just don't want to order on the website. I get it. That's fine. Call the toll-free telephone number, whatever. But use the website as a guide. Take the item number when you see something on TV, punch it in, look at the description, because the descriptions, or the names of the patterns, will match what you're going to order on the automated system. So it can be beautiful face, we would call it skull, star, we would call it U.S. flag. So it is just a wonderful tool to be able to have. The website, shoplc.com, and just having the sheath is just a nice bonus, so it's all protected and ready to go right there on your belt with you. So, boy, that is really, really nice. We have some great items for the men this holiday season, and it's growing. We have great toys for the kids. Deanna and I just had a toy show last week at 11 p.m. So if you want to get some items for the kids, go to the website and watch that show. I don't believe that this is about to happen. One of the most recognized names in fragrance of all time is right here in front of me. Again, I don't know where to begin. It's Calvin Klein, it's Obsession, it's $48.99. Good night, everyone. That's all I need to say. This will sell itself. This is a name everyone knows. Two names, Calvin Klein and Obsession. This is a full-size, large bottle of Obsession, and it's $49.99. Now, let me just point out one thing here. This is right on the cusp of 50, where you get free shipping. You will get free shipping on this. So we're giving you free shipping on this at $49.99. So you're a penny shy, but the website is acknowledging free shipping on this item right now. This is without a doubt the single easiest decision you can make right now. 50 days until Christmas. I think I estimated about 30 until Hanukkah starts. You have a gift right here for some man on your list. You may not even know who it is right now. You will think of someone. I don't even have to sell this brand. You know this brand. The Obsession commercials, when they came out in the 80s, boy, they were almost scandalous on television. Today, no big deal at all, right? Go on YouTube and watch them. You'll see very innocent stuff by today's standards. But it became an overnight sensation and became one of the biggest selling fragrances in the world. This has not subsided a minute. I was, let's just say, a lot younger when this came out. I remember buying it. I remember going to, back when I lived in Minneapolis, many of you up there might remember Dayton's department store. It was the place, I worked there for a lot of years, to be. It smells the same today as it did. This has not changed. Some fragrances have changed their formula over the, well, many from that period have gone away, and they don't even exist anymore. Let me tell you how this came to be. Boy, that is amazing. I actually, this is a small world story. About a decade ago, I actually almost left the industry to go work for a guy who was at the time running an internet company in Long Island City. And deal never worked out, that's fine. But we stayed in touch over the years. And he contacted me about 3 months ago and said, hey, I have some closeout fragrances I'm going to be debuting on Shop LC. And I just said, hey, I'm going back to work for that company. So the timing was amazing. But these are all closeouts that he was able to get. There's nothing wrong with this product. Nothing wrong at all. It is the same Obsession for men. Man, that is 100% the same fragrance, the same smell as it's always been. And this is a full-size bottle. And it's $49.99. In fact, if you're purchasing this, and I would encourage you, get as many of these as you can, because if you want to be known as the person who's giving amazing gifts this holiday season, this is the way to do it. Buy these at $49.99 and just stock up. Right now let me just make sure this is the same size bottle. I just got out the app for Macy's. I think this is the same size bottle. Oops. Oh, it's a little bigger. But still not enough for it to justify the price. They're at $108. And there's the one I was looking for, $88 for this size bottle. $88. We're at $49.99. Yes, it's $88 for this size bottle. Well-known store. Yep, 4 ounces. $88. Right there. You can see this yourself. You're buying it today for $49.99. It's the real thing. Calvin Klein Obsession to this day is one of the most recognized names in fragrances. In fact, you know how you can always tell when something's really good and important? It's the bar by which others are judged. And so many people will compare another fragrance to, well, how does it rate to Calvin Klein Obsession? The only reason we have these is because of acquaintance, of mine, again, great guy, wonderful person who is now in the fragrance business, getting these closeouts. If you've never smelled this, it's a woody oriental note that you get primarily. That's kind of like the lingering tone. There's nothing overly floral about it, which is why there's one for the women and one for the men. This is definitely the man's fragrance. Oh, yeah, woodsy, ever so subtle scent of patchouli, which is why I like it. That's like my favorite thing ever. But even that's not overwhelming, because I know that there's some guys who just don't care for that. This is a 4-ounce bottle. This is going to last, but you still might want to stock up. Shelf life on this is 36 months. That's 3 years. So you have a 3-year shelf life on this. If you've ever wondered how people know that, on any fragrance, any cosmetic, there's going to be a picture. It looks like a little container with a lid open, and it will say something like, in this one says 36M. 36M tells me the shelf life on this is 36 months. So from 36 months going forward, that's the shelf life here. And so if you have maybe cosmetics at home that you've never looked at, you know they've been there like 5 years, you might want to look and see what that little symbol is. But 36M, 36 months, that's 3 years shelf life. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. I need to stock up on this myself. It's Calvin Klein. It's Obsession. It's $49. Rinse, repeat, confirm your orders. And the one, again, darn it, this morning, I did not, if you've been watching me all week on the TV end of things, you've seen me wearing my Shungite bracelet. This is like the first day that I didn't have this. And so I'm thrilled to be able to show this to you. Oh man, this is, yeah, this is the exact version of my bracelet. The only tweak we did, by the way, let me just do two things here first. This Shungite bracelet, 8mm, $19.99. Nothing to think about. Nothing at all to think about, $19.99. Shungite is a gemstone with a very interesting backstory to it. And I have to walk a fine legality line with this. And so what we basically do is just say, you can do some homework, you can do some research, and read about this stone. And you can read what others have had to say about this gemstone. I will just say this. I have had my Shungite bracelet for almost 7 years. Wow, that's hard to believe. It's gonna be almost 7 years now. I have had my Shungite bracelet. And I bought it at the Tucson Gem Show when our company was out there at the Tucson Gem Show and did the initial Shungite deal, because that's a cool bracelet and nobody else has one. Well, now everybody has one, or a lot of people have one. But then I started learning. After I bought the bracelet, I started learning about all of the scientific properties here and the metaphysical properties and everything that is involved with the fullerenes and the carbon content, and the two guys who in the 90s, 94, 95, won the Nobel Prize for Science for the discovery of the fullerenes that are in this stone. Anyway, goes on and on and on and on. So there's a lot of people who are purchasing Shungite for those reasons. Now you can buy this for whatever reason you want to. It's $19.99. We sold these out at $129 when I debuted it back about 6 years ago, because it took us about a year for us to get these in. I still swear by this stone. Now I'm just going to give you my testimony. This is me, Shawn Wilsie, talking about my wearing a Shungite bracelet. So for the past almost a year, I was working a job at a major electric vehicle manufacturer that has a big factory here in Austin. Probably figured that one out. And it was primarily a desk job, and I was working a mouse and working on a computer most of the day. I was not used to working a mouse all day long, and I wasn't wearing my Shungite to work. And I started getting these wrist issues. In fact, my wrist was even swelling. So one day I just thought, what am I not wearing my Shungite bracelet for? So I started wearing it to work. And as if overnight, all of a sudden my wrist wasn't hurting. I wasn't swollen. I should have been wearing this the whole time, and I know better. Now again, this is my experience. This is what happened with me when I wore my shungite bracelet to work. So it worked for me. Now why would it do that? Why would all of a sudden wearing a bracelet do that when I could put on a tiger's eye bracelet? Wouldn't do that. Do some research, do some homework. Or, in fact, you might want to, DJ, can you pull up the reviews on this? I can read some of these because there are 146. 146 reviews for this bracelet. Love it, very comfortable. I ordered 2 of these bracelets. This was just a couple weeks ago. I ordered 2 of these bracelets and I love them that much. I wear them every day. They not only look trendy, but I feel they actually help with pain in my wrists. Hello. I'm a believer in the power of shungite. Next one, I love these bracelets. I wear day and night. Noticed a decrease in arthritic pain and increase in circulation. Again, this is one person's results. FDA is by no means endorsing or backing any of these claims. Here, this is the bottom line. It's beautiful. That summarized it perfectly. It's beautiful. And it is, at the very least, it's a really good looking bracelet and it's $19.99. If there are added benefits, great. I swear by this one, just as good looking, but yet to have those bonus effects, the fact that I bought this thinking good looking bracelet, something different, and then I had all those added benefits. I'm a believer, but anyway, to each his own, I know, and that's what I always say. At the very least, it's a good looking piece of jewelry. Gold. Obvious which chain is coming up next. 26-inch long, 6 millimeter wide chain. That would be this one here. That would be this massive 10 karat gold rope chain. Let me swap the session out for this. Oh, that smells nice. $1,039.99 is your price for an absolutely enormous piece of 10 karat gold. How's it look on the screen? Yeah, it's that says it all. I don't think I need to say much about this. Flat surfaces, big flat surfaces here. So what? Why do I care? Those big diamond cut like surfaces on this piece are what are going to catch the light. That's why when you wear this, as the light hits it, it comes to life. And it glows, and it looks beautiful. If you want the same chain, if you watched 2 minutes of baseball this year, you saw so many athletes during the games wearing huge pieces of gold like this. And they were wearing them over their uniforms. Now, let me just show you, because I can give you an idea. And I never used to wear chains like this. If I wore a chain, it was in an open neckline, and that was it. You know, a little showing through right here, a little 20-inch long chain. Times change, styles change, and men are wearing, saw them at that Christmas party last night, gold chains over their shirts. This is a 26-inch length. Some years ago, never would have done this, but athletes started doing it, and again with their salaries, you know, they're $1,000, that's pocket change. Well, what's the retail? $6,000. Pocket change, no big deal. That's serious money to me. Serious money to me. So if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I want a serious piece of jewelry, and that's what this is. And because it's 10 karat, you buy this one time today, on the 5th of November, 2023. You will have this forever. This is a durable gold. If something happens to it, no worries at all. It is strong. I don't know what could possibly happen to it because 10 karat, by its nature, is a very strong gold. So you have that added strength. Lobster claw clasp holding all of this 13 grams of gold together and in place. So you've got that added strength factor to this. This is the way I never ever saw myself wearing jewelry. Never thought it would be possible. Times and styles change. And so for all of us that grew up where you had a little chain, and I mean, you know, I didn't even have a rope, even that would be bigger. Smaller rope, maybe a herringbone in an open neckline. This is now the way that men are wearing their jewelry. Now, ladies, let's talk to you for a second because you are saying, what about us? Absolutely. Women can wear it. In fact, the women were the first to wear a 26-inch long chain, which incidentally is a custom length. Your usual sizes of chains are 18, 20, 24, maybe a 16, maybe a 30. A 26-inch length was always a custom order, basically. Jewelry stores never stocked them. You would have to special order it, maybe in a couple months, and get it in stock. We have them in stock. They're ready to ship. We have the 26-inch long rope that, my God, you can see this from a distance. This is noticeable gold. When you're wearing a 6mm rope, and that's what this is, and it's 6 millimeters wide. It is also 6 millimeters thick. There's your width. Do it here where you can see it. There's your width. There's your thickness. So you have that added dimension to the piece. So it is big. It is bold. Not inappropriately so. It's a strong piece of jewelry that is always going to look good and always going to feel good. For $208, your first budget payment, let me explain for anybody that's new to Shop LC how we do things here, because we'll take your price. If you go to the website and give you an option of budget pay. So your first payment would be $208. From there, the $208 charge to your Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover card, we send you the jewelry. Now, we would put shipping with the first payment to get it taken care of. In this case, if you're ordering online, there is free shipping on this. So it's a $208 outright, unless we have to charge you sales tax. If we do, then we will do that with the all at once on the first payment and just get that taken care of, so that is done and out of the way. But otherwise, first payment, shipping, it's on its way to you, and this is a closeout chain. I saw some designer markings here that tell me this is a closeout. We are not going to be able to bring this one back. So when this particular chain is gone and everything's limited quantity on our social media shows, that's going to be it. This will not be back. It is here right now. If you go to the website, again, sold 117 in the comment box if you would like, however you want to order, then this will be on its way to you in 5 to 7 days. You're able to get a 10-karat yellow gold rope weighing 13 grams for $1,039.99. It's dramatic, it's big, it's bold, it has heft, it's got everything you love about gold, strength factor, and let's face it, very rich. We love the richness of gold, don't we? As great as platinum and silver and all the white metals are, there's something about that yellow gold color that is fantastic. So, again, for him, for her, yeah, I'm in agreement with Matt, just saying probably more for the ladies. Yeah, it's, for me, I usually do a 22-inch long chain. Some guys, though, are loving those bigger chains. So we continue. Palma chain. Okay. Oh, right here in front of me. Now this, I'm going to double check the size here before we go too far into this at all. It says 9. Let's see. Yeah, it is not. It says 9. This is an 8. Oh, wait, there's a choice. I beg your pardon. There's a choice of 8 or 9. I have the 8-inch sample here. There is also a 9-inch version available. So if you go to the website, you can see 2 choices. There's an 8 or a 9-inch long version. I'm going to see if the 8-inch long version fits me. It's going to be really close. I would go with the 9. I have a 6 3/4-inch wrist circumference. I personally would get the 9-inch long version of this bracelet. Ladies, you should be getting the 8. Why would I recommend a bracelet longer than you usually wear? Well, here's why. Let me show you. Thickness. Again, anytime you have a piece of jewelry, always take into consideration not just the length and the width of it, you have to consider thickness. Something that is thick is going to wear shorter on the wrist. That thickness compensates for some of the length. So the 8 will wear more like a 7 1/4. The 9 will wear more like an 8 1/4. So just keep that in mind. Ladies, I would buy the 8-inch long version. Gentlemen, I would get the 9-inch long version of the bracelet. That way, you don't have to send it back because, oh, it didn't fit. We'll get you the correct size the very, very first time. What is the Palma chain? The Palma chain is a very intricately, actually, it's very similar to, if you know our Bali jewelry, it is similar to the Tulang Naga, which is a silver link that is crafted by hand and the strands are strung through. very similar to that in the way that it's designed, but it's designed out of 10 karat gold. So if you like that link in silver, I just think it's common sense then that you're going to like it in 10 karat gold. Either way, it's a strong piece. I don't take just any, in fact, for reasons, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see some classic moments, some bloopers, back when I was working with Karen Connolly back in Minneapolis, where Karen took a bracelet doing this to show how strong it was, and it snapped in two. It was not the kind of piece where you want to be doing that. But again, it's, you know, you live and learn. This is the kind of bracelet where I'm not going to worry about that. It is strong enough that you can wear this every single day. You don't need to babysit this piece because of how those links interlock together. And because of that strength, once you put it on, you don't worry about it. We've all had bracelets that at one point or another, I have at home right now, several necklaces that need clasps put on them because they've broken off. They've fallen off over time. They were never that big to begin with. And that can happen. When you have something that is big and substantial like this, you're not as inclined to worry about it. You know, you're inclined to say, okay, it's a good strong piece, 4.2 grams, which is plenty in 10 karat gold. Sometimes you don't need overkill. And for the Palma link, that is a good gram weight, so you don't need to worry about that. So you've got a comfortable gram weight piece, the strength of 10 karat, the strength of the link. Those go inside of each other. They're actually literally locking through. On the video we run from time to time about how two long niggas are made, that gives you a real good idea how they are made. So that is a great one. I'm going to step off for a second and get a sip of my coffee while we get ready for some 18 karat. And in fact, this 18 karat gold ring, I want everyone's attention on. I have two sizes left. I have size 5, size 7, and that is it. This would be a great pinky ring. Now, I don't know if my sample is going to fit me. Well, yeah, it does as a pinky ring. It's a size 7 sample. Boy, that is 18 karat. And now I had okay, it is electroform. I was just going to say, I think this must be an electroform piece of jewelry. Let me show you how you can tell, and then we'll talk more about this ring. Actually, in the shop, they have a little dot. Many times on the inside of the picture there, you'll see the little dot. What I'm referring to is on the inside, there are some holes on the inside of the ring. Those holes are there for a very practical reason. Bingo! Perfect. Thank you, DJ. There's one here, and there'll be one more on the inside here. Electroform, there's only a couple companies in the world that do this. Electroform is where you can make a big piece of gold like this and do it by very efficiently using the gold. So they start with a wax mold. Maybe as a kid you remember working with clay or with Play-Doh and making little things out of it. Well, imagine doing the same thing with wax, but you're making a ring. So they make a wax version of this ring with all the little scalloped edges and everything. That wax is then coated with a substance. The substance allows gold to get drawn to it. So now you have a shell. It's like the candy shell on an M&M. You have the candy on the outside now. And then all of that is left to harden. Now the holes are already there. So those holes are already in place. They heat up the ring just enough so that all of the wax from the inside melts out. That hole, and the one that's on the inside here, leaving behind the candy shell, which is the 18 karat gold ring that you see. So it's a way of creating a seamless, here's why I say seamless. If they were to have made this ring before electroform was invented, what they would have done is created an outside half, an inside half, and then solder the two together. So you'd have basically top half, bottom half, each of which has to be concave so that you have room to seam it together, and then solder it together, which gives you a visible seam all the way around the outside. And there's a lot of rings that still exist because electroform was just invented in the 1990s. So there's a ton of rings that still exist that are made in that way. Now, that's fine, but you have a visible seam and you have to use a lot more gold, so they're heavier. This creates a seamless, flawless ring, because again, those little holes you'll never see when they're on the hand. Visibly, all I see is that diamond cutting, which goes all the way around the ring. So that design goes all the way around it. So you wind up with seamless, flawless, and you wind up with a lot of gram weight. It doesn't say the gram weight on this. Now it's going to vary obviously between the 5 and the 7, a little bit more in the 7, a little bit less in the 5, but they're using that gold much more efficiently in an 18 karat yellow gold ring than they would in a 24 or 10 or 10 or 4, any other gold content. It doesn't matter. But you get 75% pure gold, whereas otherwise for this price of $169, maybe you would have had 10 karat out of the traditional ways of making a piece of jewelry. And it is a really good looking piece. Another highly rated 4.5 stars. After 11 reviews, it is still up there at 4.5. By the way, don't ever worry, because you see this solid piece on the inside. Might think it would be uncomfortable to wear. It's actually surprisingly comfortable. Many companies will talk about a comfort fit, the way that it domes outward or inward. You don't need that here. Not with electroform. If this were twice the gram weight, you might want to think about it, but it's actually an exceptionally comfortable ring on the hand, so you can wear it all day long. It's not uncomfortable at all. So whether it is a pinky ring or an index finger ring, we just have the two sizes, size 5, size 7, and it's good looking. That's 18 karat gold. So that we will leave available. Check out our website. If you are just joining us again, we have about a half hour or so to go, a little bit under that, in these streams that we do on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, the website. So you can check us out a lot of different ways. We have fun with these. It's a chance to interact with you. Let us know if you have questions about anything as well. I'm happy to answer those. We don't monitor the TikTok stream maybe as much as the others, but we are happy to have you joining us no matter what. We do these every day from 10 to noon Central, and then again from 2 to 4 Central Time. Today's focus has been a little bit of everything. Some things for him, some great things for the ladies. We have web exclusive items on the website. So you want to go to the website, have a look around. You'll see things that you never see on live streams or on the network. So that's always worth checking out. We have a whole collection of men's items on the website, a whole section of luxury jewelry that you can check out, inspirational jewelry, a lot of great things on the website. So make sure you take some time and check that out at shoplc.com. Now I think
On the horse, yes.
I'll get this out of the way because that's a big piece of distraction jewelry there. So I'll just move that over here and show you. Well, again, anchor link, Mariner link, two different names for this chain. We call it a Mariner link. If you ever hear us call it an anchor link, it's exactly the same. Another jeweler, well known with a certain logo, has it as their signature style, and they put their designer name on it and then up the price by thousands. Either way, anchor link, Mariner link. This is a 20-inch long version for $149.99. Now we're really talking to the guys. Ladies, this is just as beautiful for you. But for the men, pendant will be a separate presentation here, who are looking for a designer piece for that open neckline. You don't want it over your shirt. You want it just in an open neckline. This is the perfect size at 20. Most guys can wear it. Some guys can be too short. Then you look for 22. It's in 14 karat yellow gold. In this country, in the United States, that's the gold standard, 14 karat, 54% pure gold. That's what we buy. If you just went into a jewelry store and said, hey, I want to see your assortment of gold chains, they're going to show you 14 karat. They might have 10, might have 18, but 14 karat in this country is the standard. It is what we're used to. If you've ever purchased gold somewhere else and you want this chain to match, I will usually suggest 14 karat because there's a term called Hamilton yellow gold, and that refers to the particular gold color of the item. Now remember, gold is a formula. It's 14 parts out of 24 pure gold. There are other alloys in the mix. Could be copper, could be nickel, could be a number of different rhodium that will change and affect the color of the gold. In this country, in 14 karat, the recipe, let's call it that, the recipe gets you to this Hamilton yellow gold color. So this will be a match for pieces of gold in yellow that you already have. And designer anchor link. What is that? Looks like a ship's anchor chain, where you have an oval link and a bar running through it. That bar running through it is a reinforcing bar for the oval links on the outside. Because if you were to take an oval link without that bar and pull on them, the oval link is going to collapse on itself. The reinforcing bar, it's like building a house, a support beam. That beam, as you pull on the links, keeps it from collapsing on itself. Not that it would just because you pull on the chain. But that's the design that they're going for. It's called an anchor link or a mariner link because it's designed like those ships' chains. This has a lot of spring ring clasp on this, and I'm gonna check something here. This is one of our pieces. This is one of the pieces that we, as a jewelry company, a manufacturer, had made. Probably why the price is so low on this one. So if you're interested in getting this, we have the special price in effect right now of. It was $149.99. It is on 5 payments of $30. You can get this home. It's a $1,000 piece of jewelry. You are purchasing a $1,000 chain right now for $149.99. I mean, that is exceptional. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and go to the website shoplc.com. Type in the comment box if you like, sold 120, and we can take your order that way. That is entirely up to you. Now, the unicorn pendant, this is for all the collectors. And I didn't know until some years ago how many collectors of unicorns there are. My niece is a collector of unicorns. And when I found out about that, I thought, okay, that's kind of a fun thing to collect. And she started telling me about how many people, and there's collector society, and there's all these different unicorn collectors out there. Learned a lot that way. So if you are a unicorn collector, if you love the depiction of the unicorn, then this is for you. It's priced at $139.99. Here's something that's just kind of cool about this. This pendant is made in America. We're very proud when we can say that and we can showcase that. And this is one of those pieces that is made in the US of A, so feel extra good about wearing your piece of gold. It is 10 karat. Let me get, I'm just going to do an off-air measurement here. I know you can't see it at home when I get the ruler out here. Inch and 5/16 long, from leg to tail, about 3/4 of an inch, all the way across at the widest point. But if you are a collector of unicorns for whatever reason, because of symbolism they might have, because of just the mystical aspect of them, because it's a made in the USA pendant, a number of different reasons, that is a great price. This is 10 karat gold. Again, a durable gold, so you can wear it every single day if you need to. It's like kind of an interesting way the unicorn's depicted, because it's in a kind of a recoiled mode. It's like it's in, I don't want to say frightened by something, but it definitely has it's in motion, it's in movement as its legs are raised. Even one of the back legs is raised up there. Definitely more of a playful sort of manner, I guess, than anything assertive or aggressive. And so maybe that's the depiction of the unicorn that you are going for. It is 10 karat gold, so they stamp these out. On the back, you will see where it is all stamped out. In fact, that is also going to be, let me check something, where your 10 karat marking is. Yes, it's on the top of the bail is where it is marked 10 karat gold. And you know something else? This was part of a closeout. So when these are gone, they are gone for good. This is not something that we can reorder. It is a unicorn pendant that will be a one-time purchase for us, therefore a one-time purchase for you, because we cannot get those back. And that's what happens with our closeouts. We as a jewelry, as Shop LC, as a network, our parent company, based out of India, is a jewelry manufacturer. We manufacture jewelry for us. We manufacture for retail. People will commission us to do their lines of jewelry. I have seen our jewelry on other shopping networks. I can't say anything more than that, but I have seen our jewelry on other networks. I know for a fact that it's our jewelry. So when we do closeouts, that should speak volumes, because when you make jewelry yourself, you have the capacity to produce at a very low cost. We eliminate a lot of middlemen. So a closeout means we had a jeweler come to us, or a wholesaler, or someone came to us and said, hey, we have unicorn pendants, do you want to buy them? We'll sell them to you for pennies on the dollar. So we buy them, we get the one shipment, and that's it, it's a done deal. So we will not have any more of this unicorn pendant. This is your chance to get this. It's available right now for $139.99. It is not staying at this price. It will be going away. It will be going up. So if you're interested in this, I would take advantage of this right now. $139.99. Your first payment, $28. So congratulations to all who are getting in on that one. We're continuing here. In fact, let's see. We're moving to an item I just became acquainted with a few weeks ago. In fact, it was about this time on a Sunday, about a month ago, standing on air here. I see my boss walk in with a package. He gives to DJ over here, working behind the scenes, and says, give this to Shawn after the show. All right. I look at it and I say to DJ, what is this? He says, I don't know. Your boss just brought it for you. It was this and a couple of the other Papa Rosier Farms oils that I wound up selling later that week with Marva. I will say I had this, I had the cuticle oil, and one of the other oils. I love this. It is part of my regular routine now. Castor oil of Haiti. When I thought of castor oil, and man, I could do 20 minutes on this, I don't have time. When I thought of castor oil, I thought of many of you, or maybe your parents or grandparents, made you consume castor oil when you were sick. It was awful, it was nasty, it was disgusting. And so I thought of the medicinal internal use here. The beads that they grow, that the castor oil here comes from, only comes in this purity in one place on earth, and that is in Haiti. It takes months from the time they harvest the bead until the oil is pressed. And it's a cold press that they use to get the oil out. This is for external use. And then I started reading about all the good that this does for your skin. In fact, I'm just going to, because I still have my information here. Do you believe I did that? I closed it out. Well, I'm not going to have time to look for it now, but I closed it out. For hair, I'm not a testimonial for that. For your nails, for your skin, for not swelling, for inflammation, for helping wounds to heal. And that was the thing for me that cinched this. I had a spider bite on this hand that was not healing for anything. Put it on and you can't see there was ever a spider bite on this hand. I'm just using it for my regular skincare routine as a facial treatment, because you can use this and it works with all of the products maybe you get from David Pollock or for someone else. I put this on first after cleansing. My skin takes an abuse. I have very sensitive skin. If I'm outside without protection on for 5 minutes, I'm going to see the effect. And I have done a great job. Every year I have to visit a dermatologist and have things removed, the little precancerous melanoma things. In fact, the last time I visited him, I had a sunburn. He's like, really? You're visiting your dermatologist with a sunburn? It's like, yeah, my bad. Because I'm not as protected always with a hat and everything that I should be. So that's why things like this are so very, very important. Your skin just drinks this in, and it's giving you that protective barrier. Because when I thought of oil, I thought this is going to be greasy, sticky. I'm not going to like it. Once it's absorbed into the skin, you don't even know that you have it there. So I'm putting it on the back of my hands, on my face, on my head, everywhere. I am really, really enjoying using this, and a little goes a long ways. Oh, for those of us with facial hair, use this as a beard oil. I used to buy a separate bottle, in fact, very similar to this, of beard oil for a lot more. This price, by the way, is $19.99. And the beard oil that I was buying, first off, was just nasty, smelled terrible. And so there it is lying right under my nose. And I never really noticed a difference with it. When I use this as my beard oil, it doesn't, if I touch my face, and I know really you shouldn't be touching your face, but you know, we all can't help it. it doesn't feel slimy or greasy afterwards, and it does leave my goatee and when I am growing out my beard, feeling and looking a lot healthier. And I've noticed, again, I can't speak for the top of my head, but my facial hair does grow in much more quickly when I'm using this all over my face. Because even I just shaved, wow, I just shaved last night. I can already feel stubble coming. Why I can grow it here, not here, I don't know. But I can already feel that I need to shave again already. So the beard and the facial hair is coming in a lot more quickly. Again, I can do another 20 minutes on this product. Marv and I presented this a couple weeks ago. When we have this gentleman back on air, because the guest is fantastic with this, check it out. Now, I've been waiting for this one too. Where's my neck massager? Here it is. Okay.
Now let me put extension cord on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get an extension cord here so I can demonstrate the product. That's my job. I have to demonstrate the product. Oh, and what a treat this is. Okay. This actually is something we had when I was here before. And I remember Karen and I presenting this. There we go. Let me show you before I start doing this. Again, you can see the little nodules and they rotate around. Oh, I love this. What's our price? $20. We've gone, this was $99 when Karen and I first started showing, oh boy. It was $99 when we first started showing these. Today it's $29.99. I don't know why I haven't gotten in on this yet. Well, it's the first time I've seen this since I came back to the network. What I'm doing with my arms is I'm really focusing and adjusting where the massage goes. I am right back of the neck right now. When I feel stress, that's the spot. I usually get it further down than right, in fact I can run a little bit further than just the back of the neck. It's usually just a little bit below that. In fact, I could use an upper back today more than anything. So I've moved this down now. So it's really focusing on the upper back. Oh my gosh. $29.99. Now it just rotated, it changed directions is what it did. There's all these preset modes that this has. Oh, wow. All these presets, let me take it down just a little bit further. All these preset modes that it has. I don't even see where I'm targeting now because I've gone from the neck down to, oh, wow. Further down from the back. I'm getting into the area that's almost impossible to do without assistance. These are the areas that you can't just even scratch your back on your own. Impossible to just even get. I'm just going to keep going down even further. Oh, wow. You can give yourself a nice full back massage with this. If you want to give a gift of health and wellness this holiday season, this is okay, stop. Now it's reversed again. I love the fact that it does it. If you've ever had a professional masseuse or massage, they don't necessarily work the same way all the time. They'll change directions, go about things differently. Oh, wow. Okay. Just talk amongst yourselves here. Oh boy, that is so good. Oh yeah, DJ thinks we're moving on. I'll just keep talking about this. He can put on the screen whatever he wants to, whatever item we still have to get to. But oh my word, this is just amazing. So again, great gift item, classic gift item. It's the gift of health and wellness, and it's $29.99. Okay, we have one more, at least one more deal. Is this our last deal?
I'll let you choose. Do you want to do this blue sapphire ring or a white zircon men's ring?
The item I want to do, we've left already, and I'm still holding it. Just kidding, obviously. Let's see. Let's do the sapphire. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I would love to get to the sapphire piece. This is still available behind the scenes, so continue to call in on this massager. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. And it really does give you full control. It's just how you place your arms It's going to change. The reason I want to get to this sapphire is because we have a Ceylon blue sapphire ring for the guys. I really don't know the last time I saw a Ceylon sapphire ring for the men. Traditional sapphires, yes, we've had a lot of those. But a Ceylon blue, sapphires can come in many, many different tones and colors. Ceylon is about the rarest of all of those colors. Ceylon sapphires are a much brighter blue color. Sapphires can get so dark they look black, and there is such a thing as black sapphires. Sapphires come in every color of the spectrum, basically. These particular Ceylon blues are so light. Now, again, there's a fine line because you don't want them to get too light that they become just a bright. This particular blue that you have with these Ceylon sapphires is spot on perfect. I reluctantly have to take my massager off because I've got to point out some things on this screen here. Every one of these sapphires is a round, and there are 9 of them. Man, you got to get it. $29. That's a steal. 9 sapphires, all rounds, and you can actually see every single little facet on each one of these. The rolled bar style going down the shank, love that. Great look with the rolled bar effect going down the shank here. Now we have it in sizes 9, 12, 13, and 14. Just for demonstration, I have to wear it as a middle finger ring because I don't have the a sample that would fit on my ring finger. But that is fantastic. So, 9 sapphires. Total carat weight, 65 points of genuine sapphires, 9 stones in each one of these bands. The ring itself is in sterling silver, generous 925 sterling silver. There's actually a really good gram weight to this. So you've got a comfortable fit on, very breathable. There's enough open space between all of these little roll bar sections that your finger can really breathe nicely in each and every one of these. That color, though, of the Ceylon sapphire, this is what I personally, well, no, that's not true. I do have one sapphire ring at home. And I don't wear it that much because they're really dark. They just don't even look like sapphires. Nobody would recognize them as sapphires if I was wearing it. People are going to know these as sapphires. This is a sapphire ring. This is without a doubt a sapphire ring. 9 beautiful stones set in silver, and it's $69.99 right now for all of those stones. $69.99. Let that sink in for a second. $69.99. It's on budget pay, 5 payments, $14, all that's due. I love that color of the Ceylon blue. Ceylon sapphires are a rare sapphire. Most of what you see, actually a lot of what you see is Kanchanaburi sapphire more than Ceylon, and even those are rare. The sapphires that have all the various heat and irradiation treatments, those are the most common. There's nothing wrong with them, but when you own a Ceylon sapphire, you own something very, very, very special. And if you do want to shop for some of the other men's jewelry pieces, go to the website, shoplc.com. We have a whole section of men's jewelry and men's gift items that you can check out. There's chains for the guys, bracelets for the guys, watches for the guys. We had a watch in our morning presentation. So there's all kinds of great things for the gentlemen that you want to check out. Didn't get to some earrings, didn't get to another ring for the guys. We had a number of pieces we just ran out of time to get to. Maybe
But they're
next
all
week.
shoppable.
All what?
They're all available to shop.
Perfect. All available to shop. So check those out. They've all been loaded in, so you can check all of those out. I will be back next Sunday here. This week my on-air schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. Eastern. Friday with Dan, Shawn and Dan show from 5 to 7 in the afternoon, early evening, and then 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern time. So I will see you then. Otherwise, 1 week from today, right back here.
Nice. Okay.
Excuse me. Do you need a little 30-second or 1 minute thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Stephanie was also wondering what your ring size was.
Oh, 10.
10? Okay.